I wanted to ask you about, I'm glad you asked this question because it reminded me of my favorite part of your amicus brief, which I thought was a very shrewd and savvy move on the question of the significance of gender. If I can, I'll just read it to you. You say, beyond the superficial stereotypes, gender is a real phenomenon. And then a little bit later, for those who feel there is no significant difference between men and women in a child's life, I hope that they would take that philosophy into every other area of human interaction. They should not object to an all-male Supreme Court because Justice Ginsburg, Justice Sotomayor, and Justice Kagan do not offer a unique perspective. It seems like you're specifically targeting a question at some pretty specific players in this debate by doing that. Am I reading into things, or are you just that smart and savvy?
No, isn't that the part that you added, Caleb? No, I was reading some of the other briefs, and some of them talk about that it is so silly to think that gender does not make a difference in every scenario, right? Why would we say it doesn't make a difference in the theater of child rearing? And even, I'm newly on Twitter, but it fascinates me that the people who are the most aggressive are gay men. It really doesn't have to do with whether you're gay. It's that you're a man. You're a man. Women express every emotion more dramatically, with the exception of anger. Men express that emotion to a greater degree than women. And I'm like, you don't even have to read an amicus brief. You just have to get on Twitter and find out that men and women are different. And I have had some lesbian moms who respond to me, but it's not with the aggression. It is not with the caustic comments. And I know of 3 boys who are being raised by 2 men, and I know the woman that used to be the mother in that relationship, who's still very, very involved, like watches the house sits when they go away, takes the boys on weekends, things like that. And can you imagine a home with 5 men, with no woman to regulate emotions, with no woman to add the empathy? One thing that mothers innately do is they teach children empathy. You just go to the park, and all the moms are like, honey, how would you feel if you got hit by that stick? Well, honey, I know that hurt when you were excluded, but do you realize that you just did that to your brother 30 minutes ago? Do you think maybe you owe him an apology? That's what moms do. That's what we're made to do. And so, of course, the female justices are going to bring a different perspective. Wasn't there a case in the 40s where they literally said a jury pool should have men and women? Because without one or the other, what? You're not going to get the full range of benefit of perspective.